Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kenuty here. This week we'll be reviewing a brand new game from Codemasters, a sequel to Overlord 1, which is Overlord 2, available on the PC, PS3, and the Xbox 360. We'll be reviewing the PC version of the game. Let's get one thing out of the way. I've seen the other reviews of the game. I heard about the control for the console problems and the whines about the camera angle, giving the game a low review. However, the PC version, from my point of view, is absolutely great. I did not hesitate to pick up this game at all. And like I said before, I'm not trying to get you to buy the game or not to buy the game. I'm just trying to explain to you why the game is fun and why I'm enjoying the hell out of this game. We'll start off with the graphics of the game. As you can see, after the first one, the game has really nice lift in the graphics. Completely gorgeous and great and eye candy. The cartoony style is very entertaining and matches the sort of game this is. Lots of destructible props, environmental goodies, you'll notice along with the weather effects. Looking at your Overlord as he upgrades himself and your gremlins is a real true treat. Let's take a look at the controls of the game. Controls is perfect on the PC version, mappable keys included, and multiple ways you can play the game with the mouse and keyboard. By moving the controls up, I'll be able to zoom out on my Overlord. Move it down, I'll be able to zoom in on the Overlord. Of course, I can easily spin the mouse, and lets me easily spin the camera around the Overlord. And it took me a bit to get a hang of how the targeting controls work, but once I got the hang of it, it was really easy and a breeze. Or I could just release shift and hold shift again on what I'm looking at to change my target. I can also lock my camera on target so that it does not go all over the place. Pressing spacebar enables me to swing the weapon as my Overlord, and pressing the Alt key, or holding it down, unleashes the fury of my magic. Along with the controls comes the function of also controlling my minions, which are the gremlins. The way to do that is by pressing the left mouse button. I'll be able to send off certain minions to attack my target, or I could spam it, send the whole mass of them. Anyways, the right mouse button can call back some of the minions, or I can hold it down and call back every single minion. By holding the left and right mouse button, I'll be able to use sweep for my minion, where I can send him off at a certain range and just sweep my mouse around. Interchanging between minions is very easy. I could just flick my mouse wheel up and down to select what colors I want to choose, or I could just press the middle mouse button to select them all. I can also use my keyboard by pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, selecting between the minions. Next, we'll move on to the story of the game. It's about basically, you're an evil overlord who was kicked out of his village as a child because your town wanted to sell you off to the Empire's demand. Where your adventures grew up, and now you are ready to make those that are trying to stop your evil ways by wreaking havoc in the land and going through with your mischief once again, to defeat the Empire and become the Overlord, ruler of all that is good and pure. Of course, the choice is yours alone on how you want to do it, basically by enslaving the people or wreaking havoc on the land. During the game, you'll be accompanied by humorous cutscenes and dialogues that will leave you smiling. Next, we'll move on to the music and sound of the game. The evil orchestra in the game actually fits well in this game, along with the sound effects for calling my minions, retrieving my minions. Great voice acting and funny dialogues is really pleasant to the ears in this game. Anyways, the gameplay is the most important aspect of the game. As many folks remember from past series, your gremlin army is back for controls. Brown is your melee, red is your fire and range, green is your stealth and poison, and blue is your healers and the one that can swim in your whole entire army. Pretty much during the game, you'll be using your brains to macro your army to fight your enemies, or you'll be solving puzzles. Find artifacts, become stronger, upgrade yourself, etc. You'll also notice there's a lot of new addition to the games, along with being able to use weaponry. Also along the way, you'll notice new addition to your gremlins, like the ability to ride wolves with your brown melee gremlins. You'll also notice a lot of goodies along the way, like disguising your gremlins, or you'll also be able to take over their mind and control a gremlin, solve puzzles. Cool part about the game is you can revisit areas of the game, gather life force, increase your points, collect money, pillage, destroy, whatever. You'll notice the environment changes along with the game as you revisit these areas too. Another cool part this time around is your Overlord being able to sail the seas with a ship. With everything out the way, we'll go more in depth on this game. You won't see this on other reviews, but this is the Overlord Kingdom where it's very rewarding to the player because this is where you'll be upgrading, picking your quests, etc. And it'll change as time goes on. So I'm going to sit down on my throne right here and open an interface. The throne room is where I can actually pick my quest and, finish objectives, side quests, etc. So you see, this is the map of the land you'll be able to conquer later on. Next, we'll move on to another part of the Overlord Kingdom. This is the armory, where you'll be able to outfit your Overlord. As time goes on, you'll get new weapons, armor. Keep in mind, folks, your kingdom is pretty big, so I cut off clips right here so that, it's a bit faster. So you're sitting there wondering how armor is made. Well, by collecting artifacts, certain materials in the game, when you break it down, you'll collect them, and also sacrificing life force, which is what is used to spawn gremlins. You can actually make weapons and armors from this. You'll have all sorts of weapons and armor to play with. There's a little interface that'll let you switch out your armor and weapon as the Overlord. You'll look cooler as time goes on, definitely. Next we have here is the Overlord Barracks, where you can actually upgrade your minion levels. As you see, for now I have the brown minions. You know, as you get different minions, you can upgrade their levels to make them stronger, bigger, look better. And of course, if you're feeling bored, you can also visit the barracks where they house the minions you have summoned. Can't really choose what minions to pull out, but it's pretty fun to look at your minions, you know, see what they've equipped themselves with, the weapons you found so far. Take another cool look at the barracks right here. Another part of it is the river Styx, where if you notice, say you've lost a minion you really liked in the game, you know, they have some really cool weapons, cool look, or whatever, you can bring them back to life. Bringing them back to life requires life force, which is the soul colors of the minions you collect. So for example, as you can see here, I am trying to resurrect the brown ones, and you know, on the left I'll say how much I have, on the right I'll say how much I need, depending on their levels and stats. Next we'll take another look at the second part of your tower, which is another level inside the tower since we've explored the other areas. So you can see here, badass Overlord has to have a badass private quarters. And don't forget, along your way you'll get mistresses, multiple ones at that, for your private quarters. Definitely gotta have the ladies around. All you can see here is some upgrades for your keep areas. As time goes on, you'll get more upgrades. You know, make your throne area, your kingdom look nicer. Flags, candles, accessories, etc. Another part of the throne area on level 2 is the ability to use artifacts and upgrade your spells, your minions, all sorts of things. As you can see here, of course not easy to find, so you have to scour the world for them. I'm going to press escape right here, take a look at the menu interface I can look at, you know. You'll see on the left how many minions you have, additional information on the gold you've acquired, and also the items you have so you can craft. Right here you'll see your map, side quests, trackings, etc. And don't forget, there is multiplayer in this game, as you can see here. Some of the maps, I haven't tried this yet, can't wait to do it, but I'm gonna beat single player first. It's gonna take some time, so I'm enjoying myself. Anyway folks, in closing, I am about 6 or 7 hours in the game already. It's still the beginning because I'm doing the side quests, you know, killing the gnomes or subjugating the minds of the town people. But what I gotta say is, quite frankly, I'm having a blast in this game. I've encountered, like, you know, maybe 2 bugs which can easily be fixed with patches for this game. I don't mind them at all. It wasn't anything big, but don't let other reviews discourage you. This game is available on Steam. You can purchase this on Steam for $40, or you can go to the store and pick it up. Aside from that, additional info is on the bottom right side. Just remember that if you want to see more, definitely subscribe to my videos. I'll be making a second part of this video to show you some of my favorite parts in the game. But for now, thank you for watching, and enjoy.